The experience was absolutely fantastic. As an artist, you were issued with the same VIP passes that the A-list bands had. Priority access everywhere. Got to side stage with the main acts. On that particular year, the lorry that was carrying the stage, the lighting and everything had overturned on the M1, and we had a couple of days to turn it round, and the stage was absolutely huge. He managed to get Opeth's backline for bands to use. You saw it on the back, it was branded property of Opeth. Even the most awkward of live setups, they managed to get you done, set up and ready to go in under 10 minutes. But yeah, playing to that many people was a new experience for me. There must have been a good 5,000 people out there, and it just went down so well. And it really gave you a boost, and to come out of Bloodstock with something like that, it just gave you so much more drive, because you just wanted to get back there and do it again. I didn't choose the progressive genre.
To be honest, I didn't really know what progressive metal was.
Is it progressive? I think it's just rock.
To put it in layman's terms, I suppose we just play what takes our fancy. We produce music that we like to hear and we like to play.
I heard the music that Splintered Soul had done and just completely loved it.
Just wrote the music that I wanted to hear.
And that's all there really is to it.
Splintered Soul is not necessarily a genre-specific band. We've got djent elements within the music as textures. The 8-string guitars just enables me to have more notes to play with. Well, I've been playing various different brands for a number of years until about 2006, where I picked up my first Schecter, which was a C7 Hellraiser, and it just felt absolutely beautiful. It felt like it was made for me. Sits well on your leg, same on strap when you're standing up, perfectly balanced. The woods are fantastic, being all mahogany with a maple top. The sound is incredible, the sustain goes on forever, and they've got premium hardware parts on there. You've got Grover tuners, I think on this one there's a Schecter's own rocking tuners. Graph Tech nut, jumbo frets, absolutely wonderful. Whole reason I picked out 8-string guitars in the first place, Meshuggah.
Sorry for the obvious answer, but it is Meshuggah. I just remember listening to, I think it was Rational Gaze the first time, and music's supposed to be evocative, and really concentrating in on the polyrhythms just made me feel physically weird. And for me, to get a physical feeling for a piece of music was amazing.
Not necessarily a djent band as it goes, but I'm going to say Gojira. They include a lot of like djent influence in their music, and I suppose one thing that I love about it is just it's heavy. It's angry. It's really just emotionally raw music, and that's something that I really admire.
Different every time. I don't have a system at all when I approach the music. Sometimes music, sometimes an idea that pops in my head, sometimes I'm jamming something around, sometimes it's lyrics. Nothing penciled in yet at all, but at the moment we're just focusing on getting the music right. I honestly don't know.
God, so many places.
I listen to so many different types of music. Half the time I don't know where it comes from.
I mean, every action, every reaction in life, I imagine or I can hear music attached to it.
I've been known to get ideas from indie banger, electronica. As I say, sometimes I don't even know where it comes from.
Inspiration from life, I suppose, can be anything as simple as watching an adorable dog sort of play on the guitar.
I've always loved music. I've played since I was 8 years old. You couldn't get me off the stage. I would do any concert that I could with the orchestras or solos or whatever. But I always had a passion for rock music, heavy metal music, and I wanted to find a way to get into that without having to change to a different instrument. So I went for the 6-string electric violin, which means I can still play the beautiful violin, which I love so much, but I can also shred like a rock and roll guitar.
My inspiration, just rock.
Drummers, I'd say Stuart Copeland from The Police, Bernard Purdie, and some of the more obvious influences, I guess, people like Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater.
A project of this nature, I think, is lots of people in the band, the length of the songs, volume of material that's on the album, continuity is going to be a really difficult thing. To make everything in the final product audible in the mixes is, yeah, it's an extremely challenging project on the whole.
There's no other band that can say, you know, they've got a musician of the same calibre as, you know, we've got an SJ.
SJ brings a lot of the, elements to the orchestral side, but with her electric violin as well, she can go toe to toe with a lot of the shredded guitarists out there.
She's, to be perfectly honest, she's one of the biggest inspirations for me musically.
Well, it feels so great because apart that Sally Joe gives to the band a unique and special sound, she's a great friend, she's so talented.
Consistently ups the bar in the rehearsal and in studio sessions, and she's the person who's most consistently right out of anybody. And for me, I see her play and I want to be as good as she is.
SJ's ability on the violin was completely unknown to me. Then having seen the band live, what an incredible bonus to the band. She can make the guitar, she can make the violin sound like a guitar. She can play it like an acoustic violin. It's just an absolute asset to what Chris has put together.
She rocks.